Hey everyone, welcome back to the Austin Lindsay channel. So today I thought I would do a comparison between two field monitors. The first one is the Atomos Shinobi, and the second one is the PortKeys HH7 7-inch field monitor. The PortKeys HH7 is very similar to the ICANN Delta DH7 version 2. That one's a little bit more expensive, so there's probably a few more things under the hood. But I think for the most part, they'll be similar. The body style, the build, everything looks similar from what I've seen online. So if you're interested in that, this might be interesting to you as well. So the first one up is the PortKeys HH7. This one's a 7-inch field monitor. This one has two battery bays. It's got two Sony NPF batteries. Both monitors take those. Most monitors these days do as well. The build quality is sort of decent. It's a little plasticky feeling. It's kind of got a little bit of a rubbery texture on the outside. It's fairly lightweight. I think if you dropped it though, it definitely cracks something. So you have your HDMI in and out, which is kind of nice. So you could run your monitor and like get your focus peaking and get all that stuff, and then run it out to a larger monitor if you feel like it. You have your USB port for importing LUTs. It does take 3D LUTs. Has a headphone jack and your power jack. Your power can actually run out to a dummy battery, which can then power your camera. You can buy those separately. And then there's a few buttons on the top, your power button, your custom functions button, your menu buttons, and then your menu jog wheel. So this one is not touchscreen. The menu system is a little bit fiddly. It's pretty intuitive, which is kind of nice because the jog wheel has the enter and scroll. So it's intuitive that way, but it is a little bit fiddly when you get into there. Some of the basic things that this has, it has histograms, it has false color, focus peaking, has your zebras, has different aspect ratios you can go through, different guides. This one does not have a waveform though, although it does say on a lot of web pages that I've read that it has waveforms, but it does not. You can also adjust your zebras. Same thing with your focus peaking. You can adjust that. There's a couple different colors. I think there's like maybe 3 different colors. And then you can adjust the thickness or the detail that it'll show off. So it does have a few bells and whistles. If you're looking for something that's a little bit bigger, a little bit less expensive, that has a lot of the good bells and whistles, then this one's a good monitor to go with. So up next we have the Atomos Shinobi. This one is a little bit smaller. It's a 5-inch screen. This one has just 2 1/4-20 threads on the top and the bottom. The two sides have your SD card and your remote, and the other side has your HDMI input and your headphone output. This one has a single NPF battery on it. You can get the 960 batteries and last quite a while with those ones. The internal is there's no fan or anything. It's very thin. I saw a guy on YouTube take one apart, and it's basically just a little bit of a circuit board here, and the rest of it is just for air to pass through. So there's an input and output port through here where it can go through. As for functionality, you have a button down here. You can bring up your assist features. You have waveforms, you have RGBs, you have parades, you have vetroscopes. You can bring those up. You can even zoom it in with this button. You can bring up your histogram RGB. There's just oodles of different types of assist features. You have all of your assist features in kind of a heads-up display here where you can see them all. You can scroll your finger along the bottom and bring up a few more items. You have your false color, you have zebras, you have focus peaking, and then within all these you can push the settings button over here, and when we push in each one of these, each one of them has a few more levels of customization. So there's just a lot more functionality for this for assist features than there are for the port keys, and these ones are a lot more quicker to get to because it's touchscreen. So here's the two in comparison. Out of the two, I like them both. It kind of depends on what you're going to be doing, depending on what you'll need. If you need a larger screen, then this one's definitely a way to go. If you need a lot more battery power, if you're shooting long periods of time, then this one's awesome because you have the 2 battery bays and you can hot swap them, and you can charge your camera with them. You can buy a dummy battery, so you can shoot with just basically this powering most everything for quite a while. The functionality is definitely a bit more fiddly, but if you don't mind that, and if you have your custom functions of just a couple of things that you normally use all the time, then this one definitely is the way to go. It'll save you a little bit more money over the Atomos. And then the Atomos, if you want something very light, because this one's a little bit lighter than that one, if you want something very, very light, something more name brand that you know might be a little bit more reliable, that maybe has a little bit more resale value, this is a good way to go. If you need all the assist features and all those types of things, then hands down, this one is definitely the way to go between the two of them. Okay guys, that about wraps it up. Hopefully this is entertaining or informational to you guys. Please consider liking or subscribing if you haven't already. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments field. I'll do my best to answer them. And thanks everyone for watching.